morning. I actually just woke up. This is real. I told myself I would film today from the very beginning. This is a day in the life of a consultant. I look like shit. I typically wake up 5 to 10 minutes before my first Zoom meeting, if I'm working from home, obviously, but there's kind of a reason for that. I'll tell you in a sec. I might go into the office a little bit later. We'll see. That'll be a game time decision. But first, let's go to my desk.
All right, the very first thing I do is open my laptop and check my email to see if there's anything that I have to tend to or review before my first meeting.
How's my posture?
Bruh.
After I check my email, I hop on my very first Zoom call of the day with my team. For this particular project, the main team is myself and 3 others, so not too big.
Okay, part of the reason, I feel like I have to justify myself now. Part of the reason I wake up 5 to 10 minutes before my Zoom call is because my first call, at least for this project, is always anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. Like, it's usually quite short because it's just my team and I going over the to-dos for the day. It's like low stakes in that sense. You know, it's not like it's a client presentation first thing in the morning. If it's one of the exceptions where I do have, you know, a big important meeting first thing in the morning, of course I wake up a little bit more in advance to just, you know, get my brain alive and stuff. Clearly I wasn't that awake, but for these little meetings in the morning, usually I'm pretty okay to just wake up a few minutes before, check my email, make sure I didn't miss anything huge, and then jump right into the call. The cameras are off too. That's part of why I'm still in my PJs. All right, finished that call though and made a couple edits to some slides. Just took about 10 minutes. And then normally, unless I have any immediate to-dos, now is the time when I'll go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, make my coffee, and then come back and do whatever else I gotta do. So let's do that. And one of my favorite things to do almost first thing in the morning after that first little Zoom call I do is this. MTV, welcome to Billionaires Row. Oh man, it's not really in the frame, but when I say welcome to Billionaires Row, that's what I mean. So yeah, I am blessed with that view every single day. For those who don't know, or maybe you think you don't know, but you actually do, you've seen the apartment videos online. It's known as Billionaires Row. It's where the billionaires, as the name suggests, live along Central Park.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.
It's not about personality matrices and charts. It's all about the bumps in your heart.
And now I'm going to use the toilet off camera. You guys know I'm on my best behavior for this video if I'm making my bed. I'm not like totally making it, I'm just making it look all right. Not tucking anything. Best believe that. I'm just gonna put the blankie underneath. Good enough. Maybe I should do that every day. That took me like 1 second and I like how it looks. Plus, it's also good because then you don't feel as like inclined to get back in bed. I feel like I'm good on like immediate to-dos for the morning. I already did like a little bit of work to make the updates I needed. So now I'm gonna put in my contacts so I can see, get some coffee and some breakfast. All right, since I'm filming, I'm gonna look a little nicer today. You can't stop me. Yes, sunscreen even in the winter. Especially me, like I actually have the privilege of living in New York and sitting in front of windows all day, which is not the case for a lot of New York apartments. So all the more reason for some sunscreen. Plus this one smells really good, like the beach. Kind of use it as my moisturizer in the morning too. The trick is to find one that you can just replace as your moisturizer for the morning. Then it doesn't feel like a chore to put on your sunscreen. It just feels like something you would do anyway. Let's do a little bit of makey. I should tell my roommate if she hears me saying dumb shit to myself, it's because I'm filming a YouTube video. For the men out there watching, do you know what this is? Comment your best guess down below.
I've said this in past videos, but I feel like getting a little more put together really helps me feel more productive throughout the day. So I'd recommend that for anyone, whether that just means putting on a little makeup or simply getting out of your pajamas. I think it makes a difference.
So, unfortunate for me, I ran out of coffee, like coffee grounds. Normally I just make my coffee in the kitchen, which means we will go downstairs to actually buy one, which will be a nice little treat because they have really good coffee downstairs. Excellent. All right, I put on a normal shirt, still wearing my sweatpants, but that's fine with me. And let's go get some coffee. And then we'll actually come back and talk about some work stuff. So don't worry, there will be some of that. Fit check. I actually didn't even check the weather downstairs, but I assume this will do. All right, yeah, it's cold, but not that cold.
Can I please do a large latte? Thank you.
Got my coffee and back up to my room, make a little food, and then we'll talk about work. See why I got the glass desk, so you don't lose any of that view. I will move this trash can for the sake of the video. If you couldn't see, I always do something easy. Just a bowl of Chobani yogurt. I always try to do something with a decent amount of protein in it. And then I do a full banana and then just a healthy little portion of granola. It's filling, it's good and easy. Hello. This is Taylor, working from home. That is a weird lighting. See, I really want to do it from this standpoint so that way you could see that, but yeah, the exposure is not gonna work. So as much as I like that view, I think we should do it this way. Okay, hello again, it's Taylor. Okay, so I did promise we would talk about work. Welcome to my first day in the life as a consultant. For those who don't know, I'm a management consultant working and living here in New York City. And a management consultant, I'll put up a definition here, and I'm more on the strategy side of things. So I consult for businesses, and that's what I do for a living. For a living sounds very serious. This is my first job out of college, but it's what I'm doing right now. So you guys have been asking for this video for a while. Totally understandable because I put out that why consulting video, geez, like 8-9 months ago now. And anyway, I've been at the job for 8 months. It's crazy. So first reason I haven't made this video yet is because I wanted that time. I wanted a few months at least of experience under my belt before talking about it. And then the second main reason is, and this isn't a knock on my job, it's just the nature of consulting, I guess, is that my workday really just consists of me sitting in front of my computer for 12 hours, sometimes less. Lately it's been less, but you know, that's not terribly interesting just to watch me do that. However, I will try to, ooh, my hair looks shiny in this light, but I will try to make it as interesting as possible and tell you as much as I can without spilling the confidential juice. And today I actually will be going into the office later, which will make it even more interesting. We'll see how much I can film in the office. Probably not too much, but at least I can show you the view. And then later tonight I have a fancy team dinner, which will be nice. So anyway, we do actually have a fairly eventful day. Okay, we could try it. Oh, this angle's not bad. You can kind of see the buildings and you can see baby. That's a plus. So just to talk a little bit about, I guess, the cadence of my mornings and my meetings and how that goes. On the project I'm on right now, which I've been on for almost 3 months. That's a while. At least for me, that's a while because I've been at the job for 8 months. So if you do the math. And the way that it usually goes for us from like a meetings perspective, again, we have that first one in the morning where we go over to-dos for the day. It's me and the rest of my team, talk about who's responsible for what we accomplished the night before, things like that, like the level set for each morning, which is nice to have. And then throughout the day, we're kind of, you know, it could be a mixture of being on your own or working very much together with someone else. So anyway, like I said, I'm going into the office later today. And I guess one thing I could talk about are the pros and cons of working from home or working from the office, because there are major ones for both. Like some that are very obvious, of course, and then other ones that I just didn't really anticipate before I started my job. One major pro of working from home is the whole, I woke up 5 minutes before my first Zoom call. Depending on where you live, you're gonna have some kind of commute. Even if you're walking distance to your office, you still need to wake up, you know, to, depending on what you do, to get ready, to eat, maybe, to get a coffee, to get dressed, and then to walk to work. Even again, if it's right across the street, there's some commute time. For me, I lose about an hour of sleep in the morning if I go into the office first thing. And for me, who takes my sleep very seriously, that's not great. However, once I am in the office, if I go in, let's say midday, or even if I do end up going in the morning and I'm just able to make it work, then a major pro is obviously for me, getting to see people. Even if you're not like a huge extrovert, there is something to be said for being around people, even if it's people you don't know necessarily know. Just getting to, you know, smile at people in the hallway and have these little conversations by the coffee pot. What is that called? It's like water cooler talk, right? Anyway, you know what I mean? Like just those little informal things, that makes a big difference in my day. I just, you know, I like being around people, so that is huge. At the same time, I feel like I'm just going like on the other hand, but you know, pros and cons. At the same time, if I'm in the office and it's a super busy day for my project, then I don't really get to reap those benefits of like walking around and seeing people because I'm just at one of the desks in the office doing work. Next major pro of working from home is when I have 5 free minutes to myself, I can do this. I don't even mean take a nap, just getting to be horizontal for like a few minutes every day is very nice. Can't do that at work. Next major pro of working from home between you and me, if I have 5 minutes free, I can work on YouTube. And I never get enough time during a work day to actually get to like film a full-on video or write a whole script. Besides, I guess right now I am technically filming a little bit, but I just mean I can have time to like write down ideas and plan stuff out and just get a little inspired with my own personal business, if you will, and not just have like my work life and relaxing. So it's nice to be able to get motivated and inspired on something that I do by myself. Another major pro and con part of this discussion would be like where you're more productive. And I would say it can go either way for me. In terms of when you're having a busy day working with your team, it definitely is preferable to be in person. I mean, you can just take your laptop and show it to your manager or to the other consultant and say like, how does this look to you? Because that like one-on-one actual FaceTime is just so much faster and more efficient than doing it over Zoom. But it depends on the kind of work that you have to do. So for that, definitely preferable to be in person. But if you just have a slide where you have to make a couple different changes or it's something a little bit more independent, sometimes that can be just as efficiently done over Zoom, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm just kind of rambling, but these are my thoughts. And this goes for most jobs. Let me know in the comments down below if you work from home now and you used to work a lot more in the office and just kind of how the dynamic has changed for you in that way. Are you relating to some of the things I'm saying? Probably.
Okie dokie, after that little chat, I got to working on some more tasks for the day. So this whole day that I'm filming is December 14th, and if you guys saw my last video, you would know that I was actually at home in Los Angeles for the holidays in early December, and I was planning on staying there until the new year. However, my team and I decided to co-locate one last time this year, meaning we would all fly to New York to be in the same city, work together in person, and have some fun team events. So that's why I'm here back in New York just for 1 week. Quick little trip, but it was nice to see my team and a couple friends around the holiday season. It ended up being a hybrid model, meaning I worked from home for most of the week, even though the plan was to be in the office every day, because with the variant and the spike in cases in New York City, people were being extra cautious this week. The first thing I had to do was update a slide deck that we were presenting to the client the following day, plus inputting some new data into our Excel tracker. I ended up working closely with the other consultant on my project, which I really enjoyed because he and I ended up becoming good friends. Definitely a perk of the job if you like working with other people. Then I hopped on a few Zoom calls with my team where we debriefed some client calls that we had earlier in the day.
It was dramatic. Good times. Yeah, I'll clean up those notes and get them over.
And then we kept on working for a while. I relaxed a bit off camera, ate a snacky poo, and then headed into the office.
On my way to the office. Vlogging in public is weird, but whatever. I'm on my way.
So I didn't really get footage of me working in the office, but I did take this video of the office view at sunset. Not a bad view to see the Empire State Building, World Trade Center, Statue of Liberty, and wait for it, the Chrysler Building, all in the same view. For dinner, we are serving chowder with our finest Maine lobsters. For the entree, a lovely 8-ounce filet mignon steak with some thick béarnaise sauce on top, my favorite. And for dessert, a TikTok famous ginormous chocolate cake plus a cheesecake on the side.
Hello, back in my room. That's me. My team dinner was delicious. It was actually kind of my going away team dinner a little bit because I'm rolling off this project on Friday, which is 3 days from now. So it was nice to have like one final event, I guess, with my team. Had a nice filet mignon and some cheesecake and a bottle of wine. It was really good. And when I was in the office, I mainly hung out with my team. It was a really light day, which, you know, maybe you guys want to see me have a heavy day, but if you saw that, literally that's just me in front of my computer, so that's no fun. At least today I had like a mix of working from home, doing some slides, going into the office, getting a teeny tiny video from the office, having a team dinner. So at least it was eventful for me as much as I wanted to bring you guys along all of it. Obviously it's kind of hard to show every aspect. So that was my day. I'll get better at this. This is my very first one, my very first day in the life of a consultant in New York City. But let me know what you guys would want to see out of these videos in the future. I'm sure I will do plenty of them because this channel is about my life, and a lot of my life is work, at least hour-wise, not like validation-wise. That's a whole nother topic. Anyway, I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you for watching, and please give this video a thumbs up. Helps my channel. All right, see you soon. Bye. And Merry Chrysler. Bye. I'm a little nasally, sorry. Oh, my little plants. They're so cute. Aren't they cute? Do you like them? Can you see my finger? There they are. Okay. Ow. Pull my neck. And then we'll come back and actually do work stuff. Don't worry, this isn't just like a, I don't know what that was.